G'day YouTube, it's Turbo Tristan. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to add some heat shielding to the exhaust manifold to help with our cooling and heating issues. I do have a surprise secret save for the radiator issues. So let's jump into it. Although this is not going to solve the problem, it's going to go towards fixing the problem in the future and helping it out at the track. So let's get started. Firstly, you need somewhere to mount your heat shielding. What I'm going to do is mount it over here, and it's all bendable and foldable. It's actually quite soft and easy to bend. It'll hold its shape. So we'll get to that in a second. I'm going to wrap it around here and sort of underneath the manifold just to hold all that heat in right here. Same deal on this side. I want to keep the heat away from the temp sensor that's over where my finger is, and just keep some of that away from the air intake as well. So I'm going to curve it around nice and tight and down here as well. So that's going to stop the hot air rising, which hot air rises. So hopefully we're going to contain all of the heat just to this bit here to a certain point, but it's definitely going to help with my under bonnet temperatures over there where the air filter is and the air intake temp sensor. Also, aluminium conducts heat very well. As you probably know, it gets warm really quick and it gets rid of the heat really quick. So we're going to keep all that heat away from here. I don't need this heating this up any more than it has to. Same goes for here, and same goes for here, same goes for here. So what I did is I did some welding prawn. So I call that weld prawn, not weld porn, because I basically drilled out some holes. I used some exhaust manifold studs, so some old ones out of the head, sunk them down in there, and then I used my welder to heat up this cast steel and some stainless steel filler rod, and I just got it really hot and then just started melting it in there so that won't move or go anywhere. There's no load or weight on this. This aluminium sheet weighs nothing, so I'm just going to measure it out, put it on there, put a couple of holes, a couple of washers on each side, and then screw it down with some spare nuts that I have here, and that's going to help cover that over. Plus it's shiny, it's chrome, looks better than this poo brown log manifold. So let's get started on that. I think all you're going to need is some tin snips and maybe a drill to drill some holes in this. I'm going to measure it out, put it over there, and just sort of push down on that. It's going to give me some little indents, and then I'll drill some holes in this, put it on with some washers, tighten it down, and then mold it around where I need to be, or need it to be, and then take it off, trim any excess I have left over, and that's it. Job's done. Nice quick one, nice simple one. It's going to make a big difference. And then I can tell you about the radiator and some of the secrets and surprises I have coming for that. So there we go. It didn't turn out as pretty as I hoped, but it's not always about being pretty. Stick that on there, stick that on there. And put these guys on. That's going to help us with heat. So there it is, it's on. It doesn't look as pretty as I'd hoped. In my mind there was like a much nicer looking wrapped manifold cover, but we'll see. Doesn't have to really look pretty. What I do need to do now though is to start up the car and make sure it doesn't vibrate and rattle. That's going to really suck and probably just end up me taking it off, and it'll be a whole big waste of time, but let's check it out. So it's running and it's not rattling. So far so good. So I bought a little heat gun. These were 20 bucks on eBay. Works up to 380 degrees Celsius, which I didn't think about at the time. I'm going to use it on my brakes at the track, so pretty sure the brakes are going to get hotter than that after lots and lots of punishment. But just for a quick snapshot, zooming around the engine bay, seeing where everything is and what the temperatures are like, for 20 bucks, can't go wrong. This stuff cost me $40 for a whole sheet of it. Definitely a good investment. You can use it around your brake booster or brake master. You can put it around your air filter, air intake, whatever you need to shield from heat. You can definitely do that, plus heat wrap, plus all that other stuff. So heat management is super duper important on a turbo car, on any car that you're pushing hard and racing, because heat is what causes failures. I did get a larger intercooler. This one's about double the height, and it's 3 inches thick instead of 2 and a bit. It's going to be more centralized and go taller up in the front of the bar. So this one is pretty much what you see is what you get. It's no bigger than that. We are looking at getting a tucked radiator that's going to take up all of that space down here, which is going to go in front of the support here, and then that's going to be a tucked radiator down there off a Volkswagen, would you believe? And it's a twin pass, so it'll go in the radiator all the way to one end, down all the way across to the other end, and then out. So a lot more surface area, a lot more area catching wind and airflow. So definitely a benefit. I will need to modify these necks down here where the radiator hoses go to. So I'll have to put some dash 16 fittings on there and use some braided line perhaps, or just get some different fittings welded on so it all lines up and fits. But it's exciting. We are getting there. Just wanted to take this opportunity to thank everyone for tuning in and watching. We've jumped up quite a lot of subscribers in the last couple of weeks. Still, the statistics are still telling me that only around 30% of you guys are subscribed. So we need another 70% of you guys that are watching these videos to subscribe. So make sure that you click the like button and click subscribe. It's absolutely free. You get awesome content. You get to see my face. We are building this up. It is a long process. It is going to go really fast, I promise. I've dropped off the spare head from this engine, which was the one that blew up at the track. That's getting ported, polished, decked, valve seats redone, valve guides redone, and stem seals done. So factory valves and everything, but opened up ports and all reseated and resealed. There's still a possibility that this has a busted head gasket. Who knows? It'll be great to have a backup head that I can swap over that's machined and ready to go. We're still making an air duct with the headlight, so this is coming. I've just got to buy the fiberglass kit for that. and we have a very special project which you'll be seeing pretty much right after this video. I'm going to just release them straight out, which is a really exciting build, B series in an EM1. So please like and subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything, makes me really happy, and we'll see you in the next video.